Alright y'all, so today we're going to be talking about some advanced movement techniques used in Warzone. Basically, I've been picking up these techniques by watching some pros, seeing how they run around. This is going to vary anything from just helping you get around the map a little bit faster to actually being a little bit sharper, a little bit more aggressive, hopefully get you a little bit more kills and wins in Warzone. So basically today we're going to be talking about slide canceling, a little bit of variation on the slide cancel. We're going to be talking about drop shotting, and then we're going to finish it up with my personal favorite, the bunny hop. So stick around, you won't want to miss it. Alright, so first thing is slide canceling. It's relatively simple. It's probably the easiest thing that we're going to see today. But basically the way this is going to work is you're going to go from your tactical sprint and you're going to hit your crouch button to start your slide. And from there, normally you would slide into a crouch position. You'd have to re-stand back up and take off running again. But if you slide cancel, you're going to hit your crouch button and you're going to, during your slide, hit your crouch button again to stand right back up and cancel that slide. And as you can see, it gives you unlimited tactical sprint and lets you get right back into your tactical sprint if you time it correctly. The hardest part is timing it and making sure you've got it down to the point where after you slide, you give it just enough time before you push the crouch button again to stand back up. Alright, so the next thing we're going to talk about is basically a variation adding on to that slide cancel that we just talked about. So, earlier we talked about sliding and canceling that slide by standing right back up and continuing the tactical sprint. Now we're going to add an ADS right in the middle of our slide cancel. So the way that's going to look in slow motion, after you're running, you're going to hit your crouch button to slide, you're going to aim down sight, and then you're going to tap your crouch button again to stand back up and cancel that slide. So in real time, it's going to look like this. And what that is going to do is it's going to actually reduce the ADS speed of your gun. So for instance, if I was running from tactical sprint straight to aim down fire, it's going to be a little bit slower than doing that technique that we just talked about. You're going to be able to get some shots down range a little bit more aggressively, a little bit quicker using this method. Now, why is that important? Why is slide canceling in general so important? For one, it gets you around the map a lot faster, but two, it's going to make you a lot more difficult of a target to hit if you're slide canceling around the map. From far away distances, but also up close, you can use it tactically in certain situations. For example, say you had somebody sitting here in this corner, and they were expecting someone to slide around this corner. They're going to naturally, as you come sliding around the corner, follow that slide through the length of the slide, and they're going to be able to trace you very easily. Now, say on the other hand, instead of just sliding across and going for a shot, we go for a little bit of a slide cancel. What that's going to do is, as we stand back up, aim down sight using the technique we just talked about, we're going to actually cut that slide off wherever we want to cut that slide off, and then they're going to be continuing to track the slide, and you're actually going to be stopped sometime back here, continuing to put on shots to them as they are expecting you to slide out just a little bit further. This can also really affect the controller's aim assist when you're really up close like this, and aim assist really helps lock on. What that's going to do to somebody on controller is they're going to continue to follow you, and the game is going to kind of predict you to be moving in that path, so the aim assist is going to be continuing to move in that path, and it's really going to lock them off of you as you're going to be back in here somewhere continuing to take shots. So this next thing's pretty basic. I just see a lot of pro people using it naturally. If you weren't already aware, if you slide off of the top of things, you'll get just that little bit of momentum, that little bit of boost off of the top. And of course, it makes you just that little bit more difficult to shoot. So rather than jump off or stepping off of things that you're not going to die from falling off of, sliding off of them will give you just that extra bit of momentum to keep you moving and mobile around the map. Alright, the next thing we're going to talk about is very common. It's drop shotting. I'm sure you have maybe even done a variation of this without even trying to or without even meaning to. But the way this is going to work, the way I'm going to explain it, is you're going to be moving around. Say you come across somebody around this corner and you peep each other at the same time. Maybe it's a 50-50 situation. What you're going to be doing, instead of just trading fire and hoping for the best, you're going to actually hit your crouch and hold your crouch button as you are aiming down sight to reduce your profile and make your enemy's target a little bit smaller to hit as you are returning fire. So in real time, say I'm coming around the corner and we see each other at the same time, I'm going to lay down as I aim down sight and put fire on him so that I'm reducing my profile making it harder for my enemy to track me, see me, target me, and aim at me in general, as I am able to acquire them and get those first few shots off, which we all know in Warzone is so important. Alright, this last one is a lot less known. I actually haven't even seen that many pros do it, but it's also very situational. I'm going to call it bunny hopping, and the way this is going to work and the way I'm going to explain it is basically if you had a situation where you need to climb over and say there's an enemy on the other side, and you needed to hit it's going to do this animation where you climb up and mount the wall, and then you're going to have to mount the wall again if you want to climb all the way over, which could potentially lead to you getting blasted as you're climbing the wall. You can actually skip that second animation just by moving your aimer straight up into the air, and you're going to continue to hit jump, and you're going to skip that second animation and be able to acquire your target a lot faster than doing the regular method. Alright, y'all, I appreciate it if you made it this far in the video. If you learned anything, please hit that like button, subscribe, and I will see you next time.